uh, you you went ahead and hired a lawyer and basically had a lawsuit against the Costa Del Mar because you wanted to find out the accounting records between 2006 and 2010, which is, those were during the years that you actually paid HOA fees. Is that correct?
One from 2004.
Oh, 2004 to 2010.
2000 until today, the day, but the judge said only 2004 to 2010, 2011, something like that.
Okay. And why did you stop paying the HOA fees?
Because they didn't let me get in. They blocked my entrance.
You weren't allowed to drive into the...
Yeah.
And why did they block your entrance?
Because I was helping my friend Carl. He was going to bring some stuff, and they stopped me. And that day, I had my pay all my dues. I didn't own anything. The one he was owing money, he was him, my neighbor.
You hired a lawyer. You had a meeting with the board of directors. They had an accountant. You had an accountant, and the court also had an accountant during this lawsuit. How long was that meeting?
Well, I don't know. My account takes about 2 weeks for doing the Audi, the whole Audi. That's what you're saying, right?
Right. Well, but when the both sides came together, your accountant, how many times did they meet, and how many hours did they spend going over the books?
They did days, but
several days.
Yeah, several days. But when we came to start with my Audi, the Costa del Mar they did already, and it was illegal too.
After that accounting was taken, after that was done, what did the judge rule? How did the judge rule? What did he think about the audit?
Punishment to Costa del Mar, they say they were guilty because
he
they
ruled in your favor.
Yeah, he ruled in my favor.
He was unimpressed with the amount of with the information that Costa del Mar was. In other words, Costa del Mar could show how much money they took in, but they really couldn't show how much money, how they paid out their money. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. There are many fraud, or how do you say, missing papers. In 2 years, they don't have any papers.
So there were 2 years where they had absolutely no accounting.
No, Quentin, they don't have anything. And the same thing say the other part, Costa del Mar Audi. They say the same thing. It's pretty close about the same thing. The Costa del Mar Audi, comparing with mine content.
So the judge ruled in your favor, and he did indeed find that they had an insufficient amount of accounting for the time that they were audited.
It's missing money, and they say they have to, the resolution, the judge said they have to show me all those papers on detail. Basically, we don't need an audit. It was like a perito. Perito, I don't know, you know what's perito is. It's like they just looks those papers, not point by point. It was something very faster.
Okay.
So now the judge want to see everything, invoice for invoice, deposit, everything.
They couldn't provide that.
With money, they don't want to do it. That's why they appeal it. They lied to the neighbor, saying the only thing they don't want to pay is the expenses of my lawyers and the Audi.
Well, that's why they appealed. Basically they lost the lawsuit, right? And then they appealed the lawsuit, correct?
They appealed the lawsuit.
And they lost the appeal, is that correct?
They lost the appeal. And
that was just recently, right?
That's recently, and they lost they couldn't go for another thing like appeal. They call amparo. An amparo. Yeah. They lose it too.
There's no more appealing.
No, this case is done.
And so what that means is, explain to me what that means. That means that they are going to...
They have to pay...
Costa del Mar will have to pay your court fees.
Yeah, the court fees, all those expenses, my Audi, I don't know, it's 200,000, 300. They have to pay it.
How much money will that? How much will that all be? Do you think? That must be...
I don't know. My lawyer and I, we didn't sit down and make all this accounting, so add all this money we spend.
It has
Pero
to be
it's
all
like
totaled up.
200,000 to 250, something like that. I don't know.
Between 200 and 250,000 pesos
Yeah.
is what the Costa del Mar will have to cover.
Yeah, and then after that, they have to. We haven't give the notification or they lose because when they send those papers from Hermosillo to the judge here in Guaymas, it's missing a package, a part of the case, so they can notify Costa del Mar. Once they notify, they have. I don't know if it's 5 days. They have for give all those papers to the judge, and that's when they're gonna start the Audi. From that, the judge is gonna name responsibles.
Diane Cementa, Scott Elliott, and Ken Unrain?
Yeah, can start with the street. It was illegal. They didn't have enough votes, and it was a mess.
What year did they repave the streets?
2007. We started paying like in 2004, 2005, and then they start like in 2007. And then Scott made the interest. It was ridiculous. They charged a lot of money, 55,000 when they spent like 15,000. He put money of his own, and then he paid back. I don't know exactly. The Casa Club, we was gonna have a big swimming pool, a nice Casa Club with asadores on top, stairs, everything. They spent, I don't know, it was $100,000.
And none of it basically happened.
They didn't do anything.
What is your end result? What do you want to see happen? What do you want out of all of this? What would you like to see happen?
Okay, first of all, I want justicia, no?
Justice.
Justice, yeah. And I want to see in jail Ken, Scott, and Cimeta. I want to see it in jail, yeah. And leave the country after that.
Okay.
They have time, yeah.
Because
and
you believe they committed.
of course, I was in the Audi. I know, I paid since the beginning. I start saying, you stolen money, you're doing the thing wrong, where is the money? And I was paying and paying. They scream on me. You know everything they did on me, okay? So at least I want all my money back, all my money I put back. In that stupid case with Ron, I spent more than $45,000. That's crazy. Costa del Mar spent like $35,000.
This is when Ron Abington attacked you here at your house.
Yeah, and I'll spend more than 1 million pesos in fees and what's the other thing over fees? No, this is the special assessment.
Okay, right.
So I got more than that. There's too many things. I can talk the whole afternoon and we're not going to finish with all the, they break the rules, ridiculous.
So to recap this, so that was, you've won your civil lawsuit. Now, what is the judge going to, has he decided that there's criminal actions now? And so is the judge going to make any recommendations to the Ministerio Público to take this to the next level, to a criminal level?
Yeah, according to the judge, when he gave the resolution, he said that he's going to get all these papers, and it's like they're going to make another Audi because he saw something is wrong. They know, and they can take more papers. The judge is going to get all those papers, and they have an accounting, of course, their own. They're going to shake all those papers. When they see all this missing money or papers or whatever they are bad, they're going to name who are responsible. That's what they say the resolution is going to name it, and he's going to send it direct to the MP.
So the
That's
judge
when it's
will name
turned,
who was responsible during this time,
Yeah.
and he'll send that to the Ministerio Público.
and it's turned into a criminal.
And then the Ministerio Público will then make this into a penal or a criminal case.
A criminal case,
Against
yeah.
whoever was in charge of the board of directors during
Yeah.
that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be, who were those people?
Ken Unrain, Scott Elliott, and Diana Cimeta. Those are three. It's gotta be by the law. It's gotta be the president, the treasurer, and the secretary.
Right. Okay.
Um,
But now, during that 6-year time period, weren't there? They were the only three
Yeah,
people
there's the
that
only
were
three.
president, treasurer,
Yeah.
and secretary.
Yes,
For
sir.
6 years, you
For
had the same
6 years,
president,
yeah.
treasurer, and secretary.
and it's more than that because when Ken leave it, it's gotta
But I
like
thought
one.
every 2 years they had to revote.
It's gotta be only every year.
So how was it possible during that?
Ken was like 3 or 4 years, Scott 2, 3 or 4 years,
So they
and
were elected-
Simeta it was 3,
All right.
2 or 3 years,
All right.
Simeta. Yeah, that gotta be changing
Is
every
there
year.
any way to stop any of that, or is that going to happen? Like, could you go to the Ministerial Público?
I'm the only one I can stop it.
Could you go to the Ministerial Público and say, don't bring criminal charges against these people? They're gonna.
I
they're
can do
going
it.
to settle,
I can do it anytime.
And will they listen to you?
Anytime. The judge,
The Ministerial Público?
yeah,
The district attorney?
yeah. The judge or the Ministerio Público, yeah.
So
they
if
can-
you were to say to the district attorney, okay, I've finally come to an arrangement, an agreement with the Costa del Mar, please don't go
stop
after
everything,
anyone?
yeah.
So is that, do you have any plans to go talk to any
Well,
of to the current board of directors?
It could be. I lost a lot of money. I lost my job in the States. Of course, if I get all my money back and I don't want to see these people anymore, at least in those boards, if we're going to have another association, because I don't want these people. Not even one people is in the board before. I don't want it the president. Because it's going to be the same thing.
If the Costa del Mar, if this current board of directors decides to not negotiate with you, and you move forward with these criminal proceedings, what could happen? What could happen to the homeowners association itself, and what could happen to the people who are named in the criminal lawsuit?
Well, the first thing that's going to happen, we're going to start a lawsuit, a criminal lawsuit with those responsible, and of course Costa del Mar. I don't want Costa del Mar. It's not that I don't want. The one they should be paying this is those 3 people that I told you, okay? Because Costa del Mar is not all these people. But what's going to happen? It's going to go to the criminal court, okay, with these 3 guys, and the first thing is going to happen, like they are from the United States. We're going to go to immigration and notify that what they doing or what they did. It's going to start right away, not like they did before with Ron. The second thing, it's when they prove that, they're going to go to jail. According to the law, they're going to jail.
They'll go to jail.
They're going to jail. And after that, they're going to the state and they're going to lose his properties. Se le va a decomisar. I don't know how to say in English.
So they would actually lose their properties within.
They lose the
within
property.
Costa. You're giving this interview to let the people here at the Costa del Mar understand
What's going to
this is
happen?
what's going to happen.
And
And there's really, unless they start to do some kind of negotiation with you, this is just going to continue, basically.
yeah, it's going to start doing. People, they don't care. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I trying to get the people since many years ago. They don't care. I don't know if now they're going to put attention to this because that's very serious. And after this, there's another problem is going to come. The ARS, Mexican ARS or SAT,
Yeah.
if I'm the one to I have all these papers with the same papers and going for an Audi.
Yeah, I would think that because the Mexican IRS has not been informed of this yet. And I would imagine that once the IRS is informed,
They're gonna
there could be
lose.
all kinds of penalties that the Costa del Mar could be
It's-
hundreds of thousands of pesos in penalties for not accounting properly, correct?
Es asociación civil. That means you can have money, lucrar, to make money with this money, you can.
Well, you can't
'Cause-
prove that they made money, but you can prove that they've misaccounted.
Missing accounting and they have money on savings. They have a lot of money. They can have they can have money.
The homeowners association here at CDM has, how much money do they have saved in a savings account right now?
Over here in this neighborhood?
Right, the Costa del Mar. How much money does the HOA have in a bank?
I don't know for sure. I don't know because they show you whatever they want. But
But it's a tremendous amount of money, more or less.
They had a lot of money, and the last meeting of
It's tens of thousands of dollars, correct?
It's a lot of money. And the one time they were saying they 3.5 million pesos.
Right.
I don't know. They have a lot of money.
They have tens of thousands of dollars
Yeah.
in a savings account.
Which is illegal. It's
By
illegal.
Mexican law.
But the Mexican law, if you have an association as Asociación Civil,
A nonprofit.
you cannot profit. You cannot be profit.
So all the money that they are gaining on interest is illegal according to your lawyers.
According to the law, you have to return that money every year. Let's see, we pay five people.
How come they've never done that, and how come
Hello?
Hacienda has never looked into that?
Because there is nobody to go and put a complaint, but with those papers, they don't want to be. I don't want to make a call and say, hey, Costa del Mar, blah, blah, blah. You need to get somebody is there. You know how it's Mexico. Or you need to get a lot of paper. They're going to start reading. They're going to start looking at, and they say, okay, there is a case here. If they're going to come, they're going to come. They're breaking the law. They have a CD money, making money, CD money.
CDs.
They have CDs, yes.
In the
and
Mexican
it's
bank?
illegal. I don't know if in Mexico or in the United States, but they have CDs. They have CDs. They make it. I don't know if there's two accounts. I don't know. But they have a lot of money. Every year, if they collect 1 million pesos and they spend 900,000 pesos, and the next year, according to the law,
They give the 100,000 back.
yes, exactly. Or give you a credit for the next, right away for the next.
Has
for the next.
anybody at the Costa del Mar ever received a credit on their HOA fees?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's
I don't think so either.
it's ridiculous what they did here. It's like the other administrator. I gave some money to a friend to go and pay my dues and a special assessment. It was like 15,000 pesos. And they say, oh, come back for the receipt later on. And he went and said, no, I don't have it. You didn't pay me. And I had to pay it again. And that's later on I say, that administrator is stealing money.
That was back in 2004?
Yeah, it was Adriana, I don't know, the 2007, 8.
Okay.
And they say, she's stealing money. Nah, you're a liar. They start screaming on me. Later on, they found out she stole over 100,000 pesos only in 1 year. They fired her, but they pay Seguro Social. They pay, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They should be in jail. But I don't know. Somebody say that is because they were stealing money with somebody else. I don't know. I don't know.
So, how do you want to wrap this up, Francisco? What would you like to say to the current board of directors of the Costa del Mar? What would you like to say to them? How do you want to wrap this up?
Well, just sweet these people, get a new people, get another board, and let's fix this. It's the last time. I'm not gonna be talking. I'm not gonna be sending any more emails. Nothing. I'm gonna fight with my rights, with everything they did to me. Now I got the proof. Here's the proof that I win the case. I don't have nothing to lose. Nothing. And then they can't do anything. They have to pay. The more time they take, the more money they're gonna pay.
The more they try to fight this, the more they're obviously
Yeah,
gonna pay.
obviously. If they keep getting those lawyers they hire, they're gonna keep losing money because they're looking for lawyers. I don't know what they're doing with these lawyers. I don't know. The same lawyer, one of the lawyers, I don't want to say name, they told me, fríagalos, están mal, pero I'm getting money from them. I'm not gonna say nothing. So I don't know. It's just, we need to fix this. And if they close the association, they can have another one. 2, 3, 4, whatever
Yeah,
they can
so
have.
if this
But
is-
I'm not going to be, I don't have
to be involved in it.
Exactly.
In other words, if
It's gonna be-
this homeowners association were to become dissolved,
Mm-hmm.
another one could be created, but people within the community would not be forced to belong to the association. Is that the way you
Exactly.
understand the law?
Exactly. If I don't want to be, I don't want to be. And I don't want to be, of course I'm not going to be. This have to be, we have to finish with this with a happy end. And those people, I don't want those people, to be honest. Those people, I don't know what's going to happen with this. And I think all these neighbors have they have to open their eyes. They don't want to see it, or if they don't care. Okay, just keep it going. Keep it going.